Hey everyone, it's Kai from Cool Collectibles back again for another review. This time it's the Big Boys Toys Hong Kong TNC-10 Sagat, and this has taken about 4.5 years to release since their previous one, which was TNC-9 Vega. No one has explained from the company as to why it's taken so long. They post quite regularly on Facebook and Instagram and so on, but for the last 4.5 years there hasn't been really any communication as to why it's taken so long for Sagat to be released. And they've got, I think, 2 more to go before they complete the original cast from Street Fighter 2, which would be Balrog, the boxer, and M. Bison, or Dictator. So hopefully they get around to doing that within the next year or so, because it has been a long wait for collectors who have collected this entire series. Just a quick look at the box art here. So the front is very in line with the previous box sets. I do love that artwork. It really is nice. It looks like I guess despite the delay, the overall aesthetic, sculpting, paint application and so on is pretty much in tune with the previous releases. So there hasn't been I guess some sort of change or major disagreement with the aesthetic between this and the previous releases that would sort of make it stand out and look odd in the collection. So that's a very good thing. So you can sort of see the sort of artwork, and it sort of just opens up with that magnetic or Velcro cover there. And then you get some of his tech specs, if you want to call it that, on the front there. So that's pretty much the box, but I'll just grab the collector card as well. So every figure comes with the collector card, so there's that on the front, and then there's that with the tech specs again on the back. And that says he's 78 kilograms. I find that hard to believe for someone of his height and his musculature. At 226 centimeters, that's like 7'1". At 78 kilograms, I think that's not too accurate, but I guess no matter what, he does look pretty amazing. And here it is, all set up with the backdrop, and he does come fairly well attached to the base as well. I did have to pull pretty hard to get that off the electronic connection there. But once it's all set up, it's pretty much as you would expect from this series. And the paint application that you can see there, what I might do actually, I might just take him off the base and get him out the way so you can sort of have a look at the artwork there. So there's the classic backdrop from his stage in Street Fighter 2, and there's the floor there, and you get the usual sound button that I'll show you guys in a second once the figure is back on there. But I'll get this out the way and give you guys a closer look at the figure itself. Hold on. Alright, so here is the figure itself. And as I was saying before, I was worried about how the sculpt or the aesthetic might be different, since it's been such a long time since the previous series of figures. I think back in 2015 they released Ryu and Ken. And then 2016 they released Chun-Li, Guile and Blanca, I think it was. And then 2017 they had another round of 3 with Dalsim, Zangief and Akuma. And then they finished up in 2018 with E Honda and Vega. So it has been 4.5 years, but I'm glad to say that the overall sculpting, paint application, design, and I guess that super deformed aesthetic, they've really kept in line. So I'm not sure if they've actually stuck with the same artist or sculptor, but I guess for all intents and purposes you can't really tell if they have changed, if indeed they have. I love the sculpting with the muscles and so on. I mean, Sagat's a pretty muscular guy. And they really have brought out all of that sculpt and detail in his muscles, and the paint application with the sort of dark wash that really accentuates the muscles there, really does make him stand out. It's a bit of a shame, I guess, that you can sort of see some of the seam lines. It would have been nice if it was one fully sculpted piece, but it looks like the arms were attached after the fact, and that might have been, I guess, just for them to cater for the electronics there, and then gluing to the main body. But it flows pretty well with the scar there, his head sculpt there with the snarl as he's firing off the tiger shot. I do like his shorts there. Most of the colouring is pretty sharp, no major colour bleed issues on there. And then the sort of sculpting and the bandages look pretty nice too. I do like the sort of smoke effects as he's doing that special move. So overall, they've done a fantastic job. This fireball at the front here is this translucent plastic, but I'm assuming because of the lights and so on, it is quite heavy. So it does sort of tend to drag the statue down when you put it on the stand. So hopefully there's no sort of leaning or deformation sort of issues over time, because that is a pretty heavy and big fireball. But I'll give you a look at the sound and the light up features once I put it back on the stand. Hold on. Alright, so here he is back on the stand, and pretty much as with the previous releases, the sound is pretty freaking loud. So cover your ears if you need. So I do love that classic Street Fighter 2 soundbite there, and the fireball there does light up very nicely, and it sort of fades away like Ryu did as well. So I think it does fit in line with the rest of the sets very, very nicely. And you can, as with all the other ones, you can spam the crap out of that button if you wanted to. Just as you would in the game. So I might just grab the original figure in this set with TNC-10 Ryu, just for a quick comparison to finish off the review. Hold on. Alright, so here you see Ryu with Sagat, and as you can see the stands, the backdrops, all sort of scale very nicely with each other, and they do look pretty nicely scaled together as well. Sagat is slightly bigger than Ryu, which is pretty game accurate, and I do like how they're shooting the fireball at each other like that if you want to pose it up or display it like that in your collection. And I guess with Ryu, what I did notice is that for mine at least, the electronics and the light up feature is a little bit finicky. Now I need to sort of press this leg down where the electrical connection is, so that the fireball lights up a little bit better. But as you can see, it is pretty freaking loud, so you can have them both firing off at each other if you so wish. But that's pretty much it for this series and this review. Hopefully you like that quick look at Sagat. If you have been collecting this series from the very beginning, this will be a welcome addition to the collection, and I really hope Big Boys Toys Hong Kong are paying attention and really hurry it up with announcing Balrog and M. Bison. They haven't shown any teasers or anything like that, so I am a little worried that it's going to be another 4 years before the next one, which would really suck, to be honest. I think they've only got those two that I mentioned left to go, and I have got pretty much all of the original casts, not the sort of repaints or the music background music additions, but all the original releases I have. So I really want to have the full set of characters from Street Fighter 2, and that would be a pretty iconic display in my collection at least, so hopefully they get around to doing that. But that's pretty much it for the review. Hopefully you can give the video a like and subscribe to the channel. I don't have too much more stuff coming apart from some Transformers Masterpiece figures and a couple of Hot Toys figures maybe in May as well. So hopefully you can still stick around for all that, and I might post up some more reels or shorts on YouTube of the collection, so hopefully you can stick around for all of that. But until next time, thanks again, and I'll talk to you guys soon. Cheers. Bye.